Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Chukwunenye Mbagwu, and that's all I do here. First things first, make sure you stay hydrated. I talked about this in my last vlog. I got this for my birthday. My friend Cindy gave it to me, shout out to her. And I keep this on me all day long. I don't care. When I'm out and about, it's in the fridge, keeping it cold. When I mean cold, I mean ice baby cold. I get nervous by like little weird sounds and stuff. The fan is playing in the background because it is hot. But a few weeks ago, I did a video talking about being 23 and being just so in between in a transitionatory period. I just basically shared my emotions about being 23, and shout out to Jasmine. If y'all don't know Jasmine was my resident when I was an RA. If y'all didn't know I was an RA back at UCR, that was my undergrad. Go Highlanders. Go watch my first vlog. That was a doozy. I think you'll get a good laugh out of that. But she was like, girl, I feel the same way. And just shout out to her because she always supports my channel and like watches my content and is just there. And she was my resident, and then we really connected and became friends like outside of my work and whatnot. And she was sharing her sentiment and whatever, but she's everything and more. But neither here nor there. I wanted to continue the conversation and talk about life. And I only have 10 minutes on this memory card because hello, that's why I have this channel. So I was thinking about it. The people that I'm surrounded with, right? Do they bring me joy? Like I was on TikTok the other day, and I don't know if y'all know Tracy Ellis Ross, and she has this YouTube series called like Solo Traveling with Tracy Ellis Ross. It's on Roku. I haven't seen the show on Roku TV, but I see excerpts on TikTok because my TikTok is like empowerment, joy, positivity. Like, my feed is positive, basically, is what I'm saying. And I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, oh, there's so much more I want to do in life. Like me, I'm a big dreamer, also a doer, but a big dreamer. Like I am the type to be like, how people like be a little delusional. No, I'm on the excess of delusional. I'm not even delusional, just like it can happen, anything can happen. Like life has endless possibilities, and I'm very much a firm believer in like when you are intentional and you put the effort in, it just comes back to you tenfold. So I have some notes because like I said, there's not a lot of time on the memory card, and I only have 9 minutes left. I was gonna film a what would I do part 2 because I did a what would I do a few months back, and I didn't go through all the questions, and I was gonna do part 2, but I can't finish that in 11 minutes with my mouth. We're gonna be here for hours. So I was like, you know what, when I get a new memory card, we'll do that. But for now, let me have this little mini conversation with y'all about this. So I just wanna make sure I hit all my points. So am I surrounding people that bring me the joy? And life is worth like living. There's just so many things to do, but the people around me, because it's true, you are the people that you become. And I know that sounds cliche, but as I've gotten older, I've been like, like no ma'am, no Pam, no Sam. Like it's just not, no. It's done, it's done. Like there's no wasting time. There's no caca, no foolishness. As you get older too, I think your tolerance for yes is slim to none, and it should be slim to none. Once that starts appearing, I'm like, nope, you keep moving. And it's so crazy as you get older how people just naturally fall away. Not intentionally, just like as time goes on, it just naturally, like you don't even have to have a conversation with people. It just naturally drifts. And then it's so crazy to see like people so close, but then it naturally drifts, and then not one party is making the intent to like reach out or anything, so it just goes. And then you continue to blossom. Like I don't know if y'all have ever had that experience. It's just crazy. Like for me, I definitely was one to reach out or, hey, how's it going? Whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. And I'll see it way around, and I'm like, too late, Sherlock. No, I don't have a few. I don't have it. So I'm like, like I'm just like slowly drifting away, like just slowly on its own, and beautiful. Point 2, what I want to live by myself. And a lot of the points, like we can base it off of what Tracy Ellis Ross is saying. I go all around in circles, but another point of her solo traveling is like her internal dialogue with herself. Like she's experiencing these things solo. Obviously there's a crew following her filming it, but you hear her internal dialogue, like loneliness versus singleness. I think that's what it was, something like that. There was a comparison thing, and your skin, like being comfortable in your own skin and not waiting for anybody. And oftentimes I feel like that is something that happens a lot. We will wait and wait and wait, and I'm like, if it's only this, if it's only, and I'm like, girl, you're gonna be counting stars if you wait all day long. Like you gotta make a move, you gotta move pronto. Like Time waits for nobody. Your time is your essence, and that is something that I've come to realize even prior to this. But just in general, your time is of essence. It is so crazy when you pour that time back into how much of it pours, and like you can see it like internally, intrinsically, and intrinsically. Wait a minute. Internally and externally, like you can really see it. Like I said, I never will forget one of my students that I taught 3-4 years ago back at UCR when I was a peer educator. That was another job I did. One thing about me is I was working. So I was a peer educator my second year, and I taught this student my first year, and she was like, you pour into yourself and it just shows, and it's reflective. People can see it and they want to know, like, what's the good juju shot? Pour it onto me. Like, I want to be able to do that too. Like, what pouring into yourself can do for you. It can do so much, and you owe it to yourself. And another thing I always say is to never drop the ball on yourself. People can drop the ball on you left and right, family, friends, but you don't drop the ball on yourself. Like, whatever dreams and goals that you have, you set them for yourself, you go for it. I don't care how crazy. Like I said, that big dream, like that big, nothing was crazy. No, I'm not crazy. I'm from this orbit. What are you talking about? Like, no, like anything big, I was like, yeah, let's do it. Like, there's no like hesitation or like discussion. Like, yeah, good luck. I'm like, no, not good luck. God will do it again. Like, he will do it. I always have been like a firm believer in that, because anything is possible. Anything is possible. Like, it's endless possibilities. So hearing like excerpts on the solo, like her solo traveling, and she was listing the countries, or the countries she went to were like Spain, Morocco, and somewhere else. There were 3, and I was like, oh, those are on my list. Like, I gotta go. And for me, I'm like, that's so crazy, because I lived on my own for 2 years. Well, technically 3 years at UCR, but my last 2 years were in an apartment. And like I said, y'all, I never planned to have an apartment. Yeah, I applied to be an RA, but like it was one of those things like, girl, like, you're ahead of yourself. But I also feel like I could do it. Like, why couldn't I? But you never know where you're gonna be placed. So me being in an apartment, y'all saw I had my crazy adventures. If you scroll down, you'll see my crazy adventures and living on my own, and like transitioning into a young woman, like thinking I was grown, but I wasn't grown. And just living life, doing things. And I was like, huh, like that was my first taste. And I was what, 20, 19, gonna be 20, somewhere in that age range. Just crazy things, and I had crazy adventures. And one thing I never did was stop believing. Like, that's why I tell people, never drop the ball on yourself. People can drop the ball on you, but don't drop the ball on yourself, because when you do that, who do you have? You are the only one that is going to get you from A to B. You cannot place your dreams into someone else's hands. Why? Because 1, it's not fair to you, and 2, when people know that you have potential, or that you are onto bigger and better things, y'all can finish that sentence. And then another thing that they were talking about was like, another thing that Tracee Ellis Ross was talking about was like her, her style, like her thought process. Like I said, that internal dialogue, and that's something that I do. It's like me, I will think of 50 million different scenarios, not 50 million different scenarios, but just like her style choices, and like how she was doing the travel, and like how traveling doesn't need to be expensive. And the nice thing about solo traveling is it's your budget. No one is with you, so you can travel however you see fit on your own dime. So if you want to stay in hostels, have fun at it, go at it. Obviously check for the safety purposes, but have at it. If you want to stay in 3-star hotels, cool. If you want to rent a room, cool. Food wise, if you want to eat at restaurants, cool. If you want to go to the grocery store, cool. Like, there's so many different ways to do it, and there's so many different ways to afford it. I mean, I don't know how she's traveling. Clearly she's Lux, but just traveling in general, and it's just good to immerse yourself in culture and to get out there and to take challenges. I mean, my next phase in life, or not phase, no, it's a season, it's a step in life. My next step in life, I'm hoping that it brings about new challenges that'll only open my eyes to grow, see how other people live, because that is so beautiful. Like, different countries have different ways of living, and different people, like how people interact, the food they eat, the way they talk, the way that they have their relationship with life. And it's just so interesting to see, and to do that and experience that and have the energy and like the joy and the affordability to do it all. Now may that cost you different areas in your life, per se, of how much money you can spend here and there. Yes, maybe. But is it worth it? Yes, I would say so, depending on what you want to accomplish, what you want to immerse yourself in. I think that is something that is so, so important. That's something that we should take lightly, is solo traveling and doing things on our own and embracing who we are, the skin that you are in, the beauty, the complexion, the light that you are, because everybody has a light. Now, you have to be intentional with that light, but everybody has it. And I never watched that documentary. I'm acting like I'm a reviewer of the documentary. I'm not. I haven't. But based on what the excerpt, like what the TikToks that I'm seeing, like, and you're like, girl, TikTok, really? I'm like, yes, TikTok. Like I said, my like feed is positive. What I am seeing, I'm like, wow, a lot of it can resonate with me, because there's a lot of experiences that I've had solo and that I want to continue having solo. Like, I haven't even touched the surface yet. Like, you're not even ready for it. So I think that is something that is so appealing and beautiful, and her style is impeccable. I realized too, like, you don't have to tie yourself to one place, and you can do many different things at many different times. Like, there's another content creator I watch, Aaliyah's Face. She's like dual living, and that is very much my cup of tea, like between Dubai and New York. And she goes from one place to another. Yes, there are different cultures and vibes. Like, New York is more hustle and bustle, and then Dubai is more intentional. Not that she's not intentional in New York, but it's just maybe slower pace, intention, just different vibes, but it works for her. Like, for me, I've always been like a like Spider-Man. I'm like throwing webs everywhere. I'm like, girl, sometimes you gotta put the webs down, and I'm like, no, keep throwing more. So it is just something. I took so many lessons from it, even though I haven't watched it. I will watch it. I just, a lot of the things people are saying, I'm like, oh, I definitely can resonate with it. But yeah, I think I've rambled long enough. Make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. I will have more videos and content coming up. Please share your experiences with solo anything, solo traveling, solo living, whatever you want to share. No caca, of course. Well, you can share that too, depending on the story. But yeah, I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.